For the past few months, your person has been overwhelmed by a deep sense of sadness and regret due to the prolonged silence between you both. This quiet distance, which grew gradually, now feels like an insurmountable chasm, a stark reminder of the connection that once flourished between you. They have come to realize that their own actions, driven by cowardice and selfishness, played a significant role in creating this divide. In retrospect, their behavior painted your relationship as one-sided, leaving you to shoulder the emotional weight alone while they indulged in their own insecurities. In moments of painful introspection, your person now acknowledges that the separation has unveiled the extent of the emotional torment they inflicted upon you. The absence of your warmth, understanding, and unwavering support has left an icy void in both your lives. They recognize, with mounting guilt, that their selfish actions were not merely lapses in judgment but a betrayal of the affection you so freely offered. This realization has sparked a journey of self-examination, wherein every memory of your neglect is accompanied by an acute awareness of the damage done. There is something about your energy that captivates them even more now. It is not solely your striking appearance or the effortless way you command attention that leaves a lasting impression, it is also the gentle, nurturing quality that radiates from within you. Your person recalls the times when your presence was like a soothing balm in the midst of chaos, a steady, comforting force that made everything seem possible. In retrospect, they see that your energy was a beacon of hope and stability, drawing them in with its quiet intensity and unconditional care. This realization is bittersweet, as it only deepens the remorse they feel for having taken it for granted. Their embarrassment is profound when they think about how they failed to reciprocate the love and attention you showered upon them. There were days when you placed your entire heart on the line for them, offering not just affection but a sense of security and belonging that few can provide. Yet, blinded by pride and an inflated sense of self-importance, they neglected the value of your constant support. The memories of those times now sting with the sharp realization that you were always there, giving more than you ever expected in return, while they allowed your light to fade from their life. In the wake of your separation, a relentless yearning has taken hold of them, a longing for the very essence of what you once shared. They are haunted by the understanding that true value often goes unnoticed until it is painfully absent. Now, every quiet moment serves as a reminder of the warmth and care you provided, making the emptiness left behind all the more profound. This absence has forced them to confront a hard truth, that the things we treasure most often reveal their worth only when they are stripped away from us by forces beyond our control. As they grapple with the fallout of their actions, your person is tormented by the knowledge that their own ego and pride were the architects of your mutual downfall. They are painfully aware of how their actions, marked by a misguided attempt to evoke jealousy and assert control, only served to undermine the genuine love you extended. The sting of this self-inflicted wound is deep, leaving them to navigate a maze of regret and self-reproach. It is a journey fraught with the realization that in striving to elevate themselves, they only managed to diminish the profound connection you once shared. This period of painful reflection has also been a time of significant personal growth. They are slowly beginning to understand that true love is a delicate balance of giving and receiving, of mutual respect and nurturing care. Your unwavering commitment, which once shone as a testament to unconditional love, now stands as a mirror reflecting their own shortcomings. They have come to learn that relationships thrive on vulnerability, open communication, and the willingness to see and honor the worth in one another. The absence of these elements in recent months has not only scarred the bond you had but has also left an indelible mark on their soul. Now, at this crossroads of remorse and longing, your person finds themselves caught between the hope for redemption and the crushing realization that some losses are irreversible. they are haunted by the echo of your absence and the silent accusations of their own failings. With every passing day, the weight of their regret grows heavier, driving home the painful lesson that sometimes we only truly understand the value of what we once had when it has been stripped away from us. The dream of rekindling the warmth and affection you once shared lingers in their mind, a fragile hope tethered to the realization of what was lost to pride and neglect. In the quiet aftermath of these revelations, your person stands humbled, an individual forever changed by the experience of love, loss, and regret. Their journey now is one of earnest reflection, where the desire to make amends is tempered by the fear that some wounds may never heal. Yet, even in the depths of this sorrow, there is a glimmer of understanding, that true growth often comes from the harshest lessons, and that the value of unconditional love is immeasurable. For years, I poured my heart and soul into being likable and fitting into every social circle I encountered. The pressure to conform and impress was relentless, leaving me feeling exhausted and empty despite the countless efforts I put in. I realized, all too late, that the only person I could ever truly rely on was myself. This epiphany led me to embark on a journey of self-focus, where I began to prioritize my own well-being over the approval of others. In the beginning, it felt like a liberating act of self-preservation, a quiet rebellion against the endless need for external validation. The pursuit of acceptance had always come at a cost. I found myself molding my personality, suppressing my true emotions, and adopting behaviors that weren't entirely my own, all to secure a fleeting sense of belonging. Every day became a performance, a stage where I tried to outshine others in order to feel worthy. It was a race against an ever-changing standard, and the finish line always seemed to drift further away no matter how hard I ran. Yet, amid this chaos, I began to see that my constant striving for approval was robbing me of the chance to truly understand who I was meant to be. In the midst of this inner turmoil, I discovered that the harsh realities of life could be momentarily dulled by indulging in simple pleasures. These diversions became my escape hatch from the unyielding demands of the world, a way to catch my breath when everything seemed too overwhelming. However, what started as harmless indulgence gradually morphed into a habit, and eventually, an addiction. These dependencies offered temporary solace, but they also slowly eroded the foundations of my true self. I became trapped in a cycle where I could not imagine life without these crutches, even though I knew deep down that they were preventing me from reaching a state of genuine happiness and self-fulfillment. Then, unexpectedly, I met you. Your presence was like a sudden shift in the atmosphere, a calming, refreshing breeze that swept through the clutter of my self-imposed chaos. From our first encounter, it was clear that you were different. Unlike many others who were preoccupied with superficialities or consumed by trivial pursuits, you carried yourself with an effortless grace and authenticity that immediately set you apart. There was no sign of the bad habits or destructive patterns that I was so all too familiar with. You neither demanded that I change who I was nor imposed unrealistic expectations upon me. Instead, you simply existed in your own unique world, where beauty and strength were evident in the simplicity of your actions and the quiet confidence you exuded. Spending time with you was like witnessing the world through a clearer, more honest lens. Your natural, organic way of living, untainted by the constant need for validation or distraction, stirred something deep within me. It forced me to confront the reality that my relentless pursuit of external approval was not only unsustainable but also deeply unfulfilling. In your presence, I began to question the habits I had so desperately clung to, the addictions that had once seemed like my only refuge. I realized that the temporary pleasures I sought were mere bandages, incapable of healing the deeper wounds that lay beneath the surface. As I observed you, I started to see that true beauty and strength come from within. Your unassuming demeanor and the way you carried yourself reminded me that authenticity is far more valuable than any facade constructed to impress others. You helped me understand that the only lasting support I could ever rely on was the one I built for myself. With each moment spent in your calming presence, I felt the urge to reclaim my life, to strip away the layers of pretense and rediscover the real me that had been buried under years of false expectations. Reflecting on my past, I now see that the constant pressure to fit in had masked my true identity and led me down a path filled with unsatisfying habits and dependencies. The encounter with you became a turning point, a gentle yet profound reminder that self-worth is not measured by how much one conforms, but by how deeply one knows and values oneself. I began to work on dismantling the habits that had long held me captive, striving to replace them with practices that nurtured my inner strength and authenticity. In retrospect, meeting you was not just an incidental moment in my life, it was a catalyst for profound transformation. I learned that while the chase for external validation might offer fleeting satisfaction, it is in the honest embrace of our true selves where lasting fulfillment resides. Today, I strive to live a life rooted in authenticity and self-reliance, free from the chains of societal expectations and temporary distractions. I am continuously grateful for the refreshing perspective you brought into my life, a perspective that taught me the invaluable lesson that genuine happiness begins with self-love and the courage to live truthfully. I have come to a deeper understanding of my life and love through the many experiences I've encountered along the way. Reflecting on the lessons life has presented me, I feel immense gratitude toward you. Not only have you played a pivotal role in my personal growth, but you have also illuminated truths about love and existence that I had never fully appreciated before. I am equally grateful to God for the intricate ways our lives intertwined, as if our meeting was part of a larger, divine plan meant to steer us toward a better version of ourselves. Since the day we met, I have witnessed a remarkable transformation within myself. My personal development has been nothing short of rapid, with each new experience pushing me toward a more authentic understanding of who I truly am. This growth was evident not only during the moments we shared together but also during the times when we found ourselves apart. Although the separation brought its own challenges and heartaches, I eventually came to realize that it was an essential phase in our journey. That distance allowed both of us to heal, reflect, and emerge stronger, ready to commit to a lifelong bond built on genuine understanding and respect. During our time apart, I discovered that separation was not merely about being physically distant, it was an invitation to delve deep into the core of my being. It challenged me to question what I believed about life and to redefine my understanding of love. The isolation forced me to confront parts of myself that I had long ignored, and in doing so, I began to see a clearer picture of the kind of partner and individual I aspired to be. I truly believe that this period of introspection was crucial, not only in paving the way for our eventual reunion but also in cultivating a deeper, more resilient love between us. Growing up, I often felt conflicted about the true nature of the world around me. I was surrounded by people who, at first glance, appeared to have everything: material success, social approval, and a seemingly clear path to happiness. Yet, as I matured, I began to understand that what we see on the surface is only a fragment of a larger, more complex truth. Many people seem to lack authenticity, choosing instead to follow the conventional paths laid out by society. For a long time, I struggled to discern right from wrong, often mimicking the actions and attitudes of those who had achieved material success, hoping to find fulfillment in a similar manner. Everything changed when I met you. There was something uniquely refreshing and enigmatic about you, a quality that set you apart from everyone else in my life. You were never driven by the same desires for wealth or status that so many others chased. Instead, you embodied a spirit of authenticity and mystery that captivated me from the very beginning. In your presence, I found not only solace but also the freedom to question the societal norms I had once blindly followed. You taught me that true success and happiness come from embracing one's inner truth rather than conforming to external expectations. In your eyes, I saw the reflection of a person who values depth over superficiality, a person who understands that the richest experiences in life are not measured by material gain, but by the strength of one's character and the quality of the relationships we nurture. This realization has been liberating, allowing me to shed layers of pretense and embrace a more genuine version of myself. Through this newfound lens of authenticity, I now view the world with a sense of wonder and acceptance, appreciating the beauty of imperfection and the transformative power of love. Looking back, I realize that our journey together, with all its highs and lows, has been instrumental in shaping the person I am today. Every moment of joy and every challenge we faced served as a stepping stone, guiding me toward a deeper understanding of love, faith, and personal growth. I remain forever grateful to God for orchestrating our meeting, for in doing so, He provided me with the opportunity to learn, heal, and ultimately transform. I hold on to the belief that our connection was not a mere accident, but a divine intervention designed to help us evolve into our truest selves. As we move forward, I remain committed to nurturing the bond we share. I am ready to embrace whatever the future holds, confident in the knowledge that our time apart has only strengthened our eventual union. The journey we have embarked on is one of continuous growth, self-discovery, and, above all, love, a love rooted in authenticity and nurtured by the trials and triumphs of our shared experiences. I look forward to a future where our connection continues to inspire and transform us both, leading us to ever greater depths of understanding and compassion.